Hi, this is Tom Cadet coming to you from the Open Compute Summit in Santa Clara. Rather than bring this big demo to you at the sales kickoff, we thought we'd bring you to Santa Clara and show it to you here. Today's demo is called Syncro Beyond the Box. It's all about how does MegaRAID and host bus adapters pool storage for the purpose of sharing to solve pain points in the data center. This is a technology demo. It's not about specific products, but rather it's about demonstrating how a technology can solve many pain points. Some of the pain points we hope to address with this technology are improved performance when servers fail. It's also about improving performance under failure for RAID controllers and time to redundancy. So the demo has two components. The first part is a traditional topology. In this demo, we have two servers with 4 disk drives connected to each server. In this example, the performance of the traditional topology says that if one server's workload diminishes or otherwise that server fails, the second server in no way benefits. The two servers are disconnected, the storage is not shared. In the second portion of the demo, we demonstrate pooling. This is where we take the same 8 drives, 4 per server, and 2 servers, and instead of connecting 4 disk drives to one server and 4 disk drives to the second server, we give each of the servers half of the 8 drives. You can see in the graphic that each disk drive is now half blue and half orange. So each server has half of the available pool. They've been put into a pool. We use the SAS switch to share them. In the demo, what we do is in the first half, we are going to decrease the performance demands of one server on its attached storage. This is the traditional one where each server has 4 disk drives attached to it. As the performance diminishes on one server, either naturally or unnaturally, in other words, it fails and its demand on its storage falls to 0, you'll see that the second server does not benefit from that diminished workload on the storage. There can also be natural causes for that. It's in a cloud environment and it's been lightly loaded, or there are not users logged into it. So even though it has 4 drives attached to it, the workload it's placing on its drives is very, very low. That diminished workload does not benefit the first server, in this example, server A. If we switch to the new Syncro demo, what you will see is, again, in the graphic, you'll see the SAS switch, you'll see 8 drives, and each of the servers has a half of its attached drives. So there are 8 drives in a pool, each server getting 8 halves. In this example, if we turn that hypothetical knob again, we turn it down and diminish the storage demands on the second server. In other words, its workload falls from 300 megabytes to 100 megabytes to 0 megabytes. What you see in the demo is the performance available to the other server increases. In other words, the aggregate bandwidth of the 2 servers and the 8 drives does not change. If one server is not using the available bandwidth, that bandwidth is available to the second server. So now that you've seen the basic technology of sharing storage, let's talk about one possible pain point that we can alleviate in detail. In the traditional topology, where we have 4 drives, each connected to a server, if one of those drives fails, that server has lost 25% of its available data, and there's exactly 1 RAID controller rebuilding that data. That is difficult on the performance under failure and the time to rebuild. With the new Syncro topology, if 1 drive fails, each server has lost 1/8 of its available data. This significantly improves performance under failure. The other advantage is we have 2 RAID controllers participating in the rebuild. So the time to redundancy, the time to recovery, the time to rebuild goes down significantly. This demo has shown you how Syncro can address time to redundancy and performance under failure problems in the data center. There's a lot more value propositions that go with this technology. Let's discuss those.